रिकॉर्डिंग स्टार्ट करायचं नाही बंद करून.
So the class was scheduled for 7 o'clock, but it became 7:30.
My dear child, the class has begun at 7 o'clock. At 7 o'clock, I've given you basically, Ajinkya sir might have given you two links. One is part one and the other one is part two. The part one was scheduled from 7 o'clock to 7:40. The part two is scheduled from 7:30 onwards. Okay. So the actual class began at 7 itself. This is part two. Okay.
Okay, sir, sorry.
No problem.
Sir, it is 8:30, right? 8:20, right?
It will go till 8:15. Yes. Okay. I'm sharing the screen.
So I just had one doubt with the sum you solved in the part one.
11th problem. Okay. What is your doubt?
Uh, I understood that you did the LCM. Then why did you multiply with 40, 42?
Because I wanted to find the multiple of 60 beyond 2497. What multiple of
Okay.
60? That is 60 multiplied by 42 is 2520. So the technique of finding that was when I saw 2400, I figured out that basically 6 into 4 is 24, right? So which means 60 multiplied
Yeah.
by 40 is going to be 2400. So that's how I started thinking. Why 42? Okay. Yeah. Let's go for the 12th
Thank you, sir.
problem. Very, very much welcome. 12th problem, a train traveling at 65 km per hour leaves Bombay at 10 a.m. Another train traveling at 75 km per hour in the same direction leaves Bombay at 12 noon. How many kilometers from Bombay will they be together? So, uh,
Sir,
same
what was
distance.
the answer to the first question?
First
Sorry,
question,
11th question.
11th question. Okay, 11th question, option 2.
Okay, sir, thank you.
Yeah. Sorry. Yeah. So, if they are going to be together and they both have started from Bombay, which means at some point of time they have traveled same distance. That's when they will be together, right? So basically, the distance traveled by both the trains are same. As simple as that. Now we know that the speed formula, speed, I'll call speed as S, is equal to distance. I'll call it as D upon time. I'll call it as T, which means distance will be equal to speed multiplied by time. Now, distance traveled by the first train is equal to distance traveled by the second train. Now, the first train's distance can be written as first train speed multiplied by first train's time. And in the next case also, I'll write it as second train's speed multiplied by second train's time. Yep. Now, one thing is there. If they are going to, like, for example, I'm just considering, if they are going to meet at, let's say, for example, 2 o'clock, just for example, I'm saying, if they are going to meet at 2 p.m., how much time did the first train travel and how much time did the second train travel? The first train from 10 a.m. till 2 p.m., the first train has traveled 4 hours, whereas the second train has traveled only 2 hours. But as you can see, the difference between their traveling will be 2 hours because the first train has started 2 hours earlier as compared to the second train. Right. So, which means, which means the time taken in case of the first train, I'll write the speed as speed only. If I'm considering that the time taken by the second train is t, then the time taken by the first train is t plus 2. Why t plus 2? Because the first train started 2 hours earlier. So 2 घंटा ज़्यादा travel किया है first train में. Okay. So that's what I'm going to write. Now let me substitute the values. It's like instead of speed 1, I'll write 65 multiplied by t plus 2. Instead of speed 2, I'll write 75 multiplied by t. Now I'll open the bracket. 65 gets multiplied with both the numbers. 65 multiplied by t is 65t. 65 multiplied by 2 is 130 is equal to 75t. I take 65 to the other side. I'll have 75t minus 65t is 10t. I'm directly writing the answer, which means that t, that is time taken by the second train, is 13. So 13 hours the second train has taken. Now the question is, how much is the distance? You simply calculate the distance. Distance traveled is equal to speed of the second train multiplied by time taken by the second train. Speed of the second train is 75 multiplied by time taken by the second train is 13 hours. You simply multiply them, you will get the answer. It's 750 plus 750 plus
975.
9. Yeah, that makes sense. 975. That's your answer.
Sir, why we take the speed of the second train? Because I had a doubt in this question.
I'll tell you. Because what is T? T is actually the speed time taken by the second train. So we have got the answer of T, where T is purely for second train. T is not for the first train. The first train is not T. The first train is T plus 2. The second train's time is T. Hence, I have considered the speed of the second train itself because I'm considering T over here. Got it?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Let's go for the
So why did we do t plus 2 in the...
because the first train has started 2 hours earlier as compared to the second train.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Yeah.
Sir,
Yep.
excuse me, sir.
Yes.
If the train were going at opposite direction,
Then the calculation would have been different, beta, because in that case, the question will also be different. Because in this case, sorry, both are starting from Bombay and both have to meet at some place. In that case, one will be starting from Bombay and the other one maybe will be starting from Pune or some other place, Pune or Aurangabad or some other place. And in that case, they will first mention how much is the total distance between Bombay and Aurangabad. It will be more complicated. And accordingly, they'll be giving data. So I don't think at your level you will get such kind of data. If you're getting, they will give some kind of better data. मतलब थोड़ा solve करने के लिए they will give you some helpful data also.
Sir, is there any way we can solve this paper faster? Like the sum faster?
Hmm, faster, faster. Uh, yeah, there is one. Wait, let me just think. T two, two and 10, 5 or relative. Just a minute, I'm thinking. Okay, relative speed, 10 speed upon time. Okay, relative distance. Relative distance. Mm, not per se. Not per se. No. But there is one thing we can do. Okay, so there is matlab, only we can matlab, this calculation can be minimized. How? I'll tell you. So you find the difference between the speed directly. Mm, just a minute. But no, yeah. Mm, no, not per se. I'll get back to you if I come across any short method. Okay, shorter method.
Sir, can I tell one method?
Yes, please.
Sir, what I did, I subtracted 12 from 10, so I got 2 hours.
Yeah.
So then I multiplied it by 65 to get 130. And I divided 130 by 10 to get 13 and multiplied it by 75.
So घूम फिर के यही हो गया ना वो तो. So basically,
Yes, sir.
yeah, the 75 minus 65, you got 10. Then 75, 65 multiplied by 2, you got 130. 130 divided by 10 is 13. Yes, that shortcut even I got in my mind, but then I thought it's one and the same. There is no difference between
Yes,
this
sir.
and that. Yeah, that is there,
No,
but
sir,
it's one
because
and the
the main part, because during the exam we'll have very limited time to solve all the questions.
Yes, I know, I know. Not all the questions will be like this. Only few questions will be longer questions, but there are so many questions will be which will be shorter questions. So only few
Yeah,
questions make
sir,
it more
that's
time.
right.
Okay. So don't have to worry about that. Not all questions will be like this. Let's go for the 13th problem. 20 men working for 7 days can do a piece of work in 10 days. Then how many days will 15 men working for 8 days required to do the same work? In the previous class, I had discussed a method, number of men multiplied by time. Time taken is 7 hours multiplied by 10 days is equal to, on the other side also you have to do the same. Number of men multiplied by time taken. Time in this case is 8 hours multiplied by, let's say, X days. I have to find X in this case. And now let's find uh, 15. I'm canceling directly from this side. 15. 5 threes are, I'll get 5 fours are on this side. 4 ones are, I'll get 4 twos are on this side. Okay. And therefore, X will be equal to 7 into 10 is 17. 3 into 2 is 6, which goes to the denominator on the other side. 70 divided by 6 will be your answer. This can be written as 35 multiplied by 3 also. Okay, both divided by 2.
Sir, 11 to upon 3.
Yes, that goes 11 and 2 by 3. Yes, absolutely correct. Okay, let's.
Excuse me, sir.
Yes, my dear child.
Sir, can you send the answer key of this test after class on
Yes,
WhatsApp
absolutely.
group?
Yes, absolutely. I'll send it to Ajinkya, sir. He'll be sending it to you.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Yeah. Let's go for the 14th problem, dear children. So, a man buys milk at 240 rupees per liter. He adds one third water to it and sells the mixture at 2.88 per liter. So, one third water का मतलब ये होता है the milk content is 1 minus one third. Water को छोड़ के जो बचेगा, that will be two third. Two third will be milk. So his cost price per liter is 2 by 3 of 2.4 rupees. Because for 1 liter he is spending 2.4. So 2 by 3 multiplied by 1 liter's cost will be the cost he has spent. So when I cancel this, 0.8, 0.8 into 2 is 1.6. So 1.6 is the cost price. His selling price is 2.88. So his profit percentage is 2.88 minus 1.6 divided by 1.6. So 2.8 obviously multiplied by 100. 2.88 minus 1.6 gives you 1.28 divided by 1.6 multiplied by 100. So I'll take this 100 out and I'll move the decimals 2 times. Or maybe, wait, instead of taking 100 out, let me move this decimal 1 time. Accordingly, I'll move this decimal one time. I'll cancel 1 0. I'll move this decimal one more time. So what I'm left with is 1280 divided by 60. That should be 65 are 80, 50s are 800, 75s are 1200, then 8
Sir, 80 is a
80% is
80.
very huge. Yeah? It's a huge profit. Yes, Rishik, tell me.
Doubt.
Yes, please. What is your doubt?
Sir, they've already given the cost price, right? 2.4 rupees per liter.
But that is not the cost price, right? He is going to add 1/3 of water to it. So in 1 liter,
Sir,
if he's adding 1/3 of water, then the milk is only
Oh,
2/3,
so the
right?
cost price reduces.
Yes, cost price reduced from 2.4 to 1.6.
Oh, okay. Thanks.
Okay. So this answer should have been 80% actually.
sir, I
Yes,
think
sir,
the
it is
method you're
80%.
solving is wrong
Yes,
because
please.
I solved it through another method and I got the answer 60%. Option 4.
You might have taken 2.4 in the
Yes,
denominator,
sir.
right?
Sir, actually, I did not
Sir, even I
subtract
got
the milk.
60%.
I'm
Sir,
so
in the
sorry.
first part, I did not subtract 1 whole from 1/3. Instead, I added one whole. I considered the milk to be 1 liter and I added
Mhm.
1.3 to it, which gives me 4.3. 4 upon 3.
Okay.
So if you use that method, then the answer will be 60%, and I think that might be the correct method
Yes,
for
sir.
this.
Yes,
I think
the
Just a
we
minute,
had
same
just a
one
minute. Let me just think. Hold
for
on,
the
hold
volume.
on,
Later.
hold on. But when you add milk is 1 liter and when you add 1/3 of water to it, so the mixture will be 1 plus 1/3, 1/3 of water to it.
Yes, so
And
that 4/3.
that gives you 4/3 is the mixture, which is
Yes, sir.
of which the cost is 2.4. So for 4/3, the cost is 2.4, then the cost price will
No, sir.
reduce anyway.
For 4/3, the cost is, sir, actually they are telling it per liter. So 4/3 is actually more than 1 liter.
Yeah, I know that.
So you'll have to calculate it according to
No,
four
no,
by
no, no,
three.
no. No. Just a minute, just a minute. Let me do the math. So this gives me for 1 liter, the cost is gonna be, so this gives me 0.6, 0.6 into 3. For 1 liter, the cost is gonna be 1.8. Did you get something like this?
No, so that's what I'm
Yeah,
telling.
No, sir.
2.88
I'll
would
give
be
you.
for 1 liter. You need to add more to it.
No, 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 no. Wait, wait. Let me just do the math. I think uh I understand matlab, I misunderstood the question. He adds 1 liter water to it, which means to 1 liter of milk, he adds 1 liter of water. So the mixture is going to be 1 liter of milk plus 1/3 of water. That gives you 4/3. 4/3 is the mixture. And the mixture's cost is going to be 2.4 cost price because he's not spending anything for water. Okay. So this
Yes, sir.
4
That's
by
what I was asking you, sir.
yes, this 4/3, this 1/3 is totally free of cost. So his cost price for the 4/3 is 2.4 rupees. Okay. And that means now this is 4/3 liter. That means for 1 liter, I'll take this three that side and four below. So 2.4 I'll take 3 that side. It becomes multiplied by 3. Sorry. I take 4 below. It becomes divided by 4. And when you cancel them, you will get 0.6. 0.6 multiplied by 3 is 1.8, which means his cost price per liter is 1.8. And now when you calculate the profit percent, his selling price is 2.88 minus cost price is 1.8, because he's going to sell 1 liter only for 2.88 rupees. He's not going to sell 4 by 3 for 2.88 rupees. So you cannot directly consider 4 by 3 like that. You're not supposed to consider 4 by 3 like that. Because simple funda hai na, 1 liter milk mein, if he's adding 1 by 3 water, and if he's going to sell you, he's not going to sell 4 by 3 of the mixture for 2.88 rupees. He will sell only 1 liter. So usme 1 liter ka uska cost will reduce. So this is your math. In this case, multiply by 100, obviously. So multiply by 100. So 2.88 minus 1.8 gives you 1.08.
60%.
Yes, I
Sir,
think
here
it,
we will get 60%.
yes. And when you do it,
Sir, I just sent you
1080,
a message. That is what I've done actually.
this should be 60%.
Chat.
4 by 3, sold mix of 2.88 per liter, 1.33 liter. Yeah, you have done the same. So you have multiplied, it's one and the same. Yeah. So you have calculated the percentage for 1.33 liters. So 4 by 3 you have calculated. I have calculated for 1. Both are correct.
Yes,
Okay.
so is the answer correct?
Yes. Your method is also correct. Your answer is also correct. Even this method is also correct and the answer is also correct. Okay.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Yeah. And there goes the answer
Sir,
for 14th problem, option 4. Yes, please.
sir, I have a doubt in one part
Yep.
where you did 1 liter is equal to 2.4 into 3 by 4 because 4 by 3 liters cost price is only 2.4. So for finding for 1 liter, you did like that.
Yes. So basically, when I take 3 to the other side, division becomes multiplication. I take 4 to the other side, multiplication becomes division. And when I take 4 by 3 to the other side, I'm left here. I'm left 1 over here. So that's how this math works. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Yeah. Shall I proceed to the next one?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Next question. 15th question. If 15 men earn 225 rupees in 3 days, how many men can earn 325 rupees in 5 days? Wait. They are earning some money. So 15 men are earning 225 in 3 days. So divided by 3 should be. Okay. Then how many men can earn? Actually, this can be done logically also. Just give me a minute. Just give me a minute. I'm just trying to remember a shortcut method for this.
Sir, can I give one method?
Just a minute.
Yeah,
Just a
I
minute.
also
I'll give
have
you a
one
chance.
method.
Don't worry. Don't worry. I'll give you a chance. Yeah. Tell me.
Can you just like the multiplication method in the time and work thing?
Sir, another method that we
Yes.
can use is If we divide 225 by 15, we'll get the amount that 1 man receives in 3 days. And then we can divide 15 by 3 since 225
So
is
five,
square.
so five, so
Yes,
five
sir.
is
Yes, sir,
the
you can
right,
answer.
sir. So sir,
Yes,
answer
sir.
is 13.
I am going to explain one method.
13.
So 15 men are going to do this work in 225 in, going to do a work for which they will receive 225 in 3 days. So divided by 3 days it is. So that gives you 15 multiplied by, so 15 men are going to work for 3 days. That's what they are going, that's when they are going to get 225 rupees. Similarly, X men are going to work for 5 days. That's when they are going to get 325 rupees. Okay. Now all you have to do is cross multiplication. So this gives me 15 multiplied by 3 multiplied by 325 is equal to x multiplied by 5 multiplied by 225. Okay. Now I'm doing cancellations. Uh, 5 ones are 5 threes are over here, and 25 8 nines are over here, 25 12 13s are over here, and this 9 gets cancelled with both the threes. I'm left with x equal to 13. So 13 is my correct answer.
Sir, I did like this.
Very good. Gargi, you have a doubt?
No, sir.
Okay, you can put your hands down then. Yeah.
Sir, another method, can we do it like 15 into 3 upon 225 is equal to x times 5 upon 325?
Absolutely, you can do it. It's going to give you the same answer.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah. Let's go for the 16th problem. How long does a train? Does a train 165 meters long, running at 54 kilometers per hour, crosses a bridge of 660 meters long, and the options are given in seconds. So I'll have to first convert this speed from kilometer per hour to meter per second. So for those who don't know the conversion of speed, uh, 54. Kilometer per hour can be converted into meter per second by simply
5 by
multiplying 5
18.
by 18. Very good. Since you're aware, very good. For those who don't know, please keep this thing in mind. Whenever you wish to convert kilometer per hour into meter per second, you will have to multiply by 5 by 18. So this gives me 18. Threes are 54. 3 into 5, I'll get 15 meter per second. So speed is 15 meter per second. Now I have to find time. I know speed is equal to distance upon time. That gives you time is equal to distance upon speed. Now the distance is basically distance of bridge. Obviously the train has to cover the bridge, but at the same time the train is also not a small thing. Train is also long. Train completely has to cover the bridge. Not only the head, but the tail also has to cover. So the total distance is basically the distance of bridge plus the length of train. Because if you'll not consider the length of train, then train ka only front portion will cover, but the back portion will not cover. In order to cover the whole train, you will have to add the length of the train as well. Divided by speed, we have already calculated this 15. So that goes like this: 7, 8, 25 divided by 15. So is it directly going to
55.
Yeah, 55.
55.
Yeah, 55. Correct. So 55 is your answer. Yes, Nihal, tell me, what is your doubt?
Sir, to convert the meter per second to kilometer per hour, we have to multiply by 18 by 5.
Meter per second to kilometer per hour, you will have to convert by 18, multiply by 18 by 5. Absolutely correct. Good job.
Okay.
Okay, let's solve the next one. 17th question. Simplify these values. So let's do one thing. I'll take this decimal to balance. I'll take this also. I'll take this decimal to balance. I'll take this one times. I'll take this decimal to balance. I'll take this decimal. And this one to take the second time, I'll multiply 10 in the numerator. Now, let me write the numbers. So I have 51 multiplied by 48 multiplied by 54 multiplied by 10 divided by 12 multiplied by 27 multiplied by 17. 17 ones are 17 threes are. 12 ones are 12 fours are.
Sir, 27 and 3 will get
Just a minute.
cancelled.
Yep. So 27 ones are 27 twos are 54. So you
So
have,
240.
yes, 240 is your correct answer. In fact, even without solving also, you can say that 240 is the correct answer. I'll tell you why. Because your options are either 24 or 2.4 or 240 or 0.24. So one thing is clear, when you eliminate all the numbers, 51, it is greater than 12. So numerator will be greater than denominator. 48 is also greater than 27. 54 is also greater than 17. So every time the numerator is going to be a bigger number. So these bigger numbers, when you multiply it by 10, obviously your answer is definitely going to be a multiple of 10. And the multiple of 10 over here is 240 alone, nothing else. So even without solving also, you can say that 240 is your correct answer. Let's go for the next one.
Or here 10 is multiplied in numerator only or in denominator and numerator both.
Only, okay. So basically what happened in this case, I'll tell you. So after balancing all the points now, this number was 2.7. Rest all the numbers were normal numbers. So in order to convert this decimal to a normal number, so I shifted this decimal. And in order to balance that in the numerator, I multiplied 10. So instead of multiplying 10 in the denominator, I shifted the decimal. Understood?
Okay, sir. Thanks.
Yeah. So 18th question. In 4 tests, Ram scored 86, 80, 75 and 65. How much percent should he score in the 5th test so that his average of 5 tests becomes 80%? So it's quite simple. All you have to do is basically add them. 86 plus 80 is 166. Then 75 plus 65 is 140. 166 plus 140 gives you 306. So the sum of all 4 tests are 306 plus x is the 5th test divided by 500 gives you an average of 80. Okay, this is the calculation. Sum of 4 tests plus the 5th test divided by total value is equal to average value, whatever it is. Sorry, total is 5 tests, not 500 tests. 5 tests. So I just have to multiply it and get the answer. So 306 plus x is equal to 8 are 40 with a 0, 400. So x is equal to 400 minus 306. That is 94. 94% is your correct answer. Okay. So the next question, 20th question. Oh, sorry, not 20th, 19th question. Ajay put some green and red unit cubes in a box. The ratio of the number of green cubes to the number of red cubes is 2:1. He adds 12 more red cubes in the box. The ratio becomes 4:5. How many green cubes are there in the box now? So after adding, so initially the ratio of green to the red is, so green divided by red was 2 upon 1. So initially I could have said that green is 2 times R, how much ever was there. So initially, or maybe I'll say, initially like this. And now he adds 12 red cubes and the ratio becomes 4 is to 5. So green remains the same, but the red is now red plus 12 and the ratio has become 4 is to 5. And in this case, how many green cubes are there in the box? So since I know that green, okay, I'll first find red only, no problem. So instead of, I'll cross multiply this. 5 green is equal to 4 red plus 4 into 12, 48. I'm just directly writing the answer in this case. Now, I wish to find the number of green cubes. So let's do one thing. I know that one green, like green is equal to 2 times R, which means R is equal to G by 2. So I'll substitute over here. I already have 5G over here. I have 4 multiplied by, instead of R, I'll write G by 2 plus 48. I cancel this. I'll get 2G. I take 2G to the other side. 5G minus 2G is equal to 48. That gives me 3G is equal to 48. Ultimately, G is equal to 48 divided by 3. How much is that? 16. 16 green balls we have. Green cubes we have. Sorry.
Sir, how did you get the 5G and 4R?
Yeah, I'll tell you. I multiplied 5 over here with G. I got 5G. I multiplied the whole set with 4. So 4 into R is 4R. 4 into 12 is 48. Okay?
Okay, sir. Understood. Thank you.
Sure.
Sir,
Okay. Yeah. Tell me.
sir, that method 5G is equal to 4R plus 48. How did
Mm-hmm.
you get G upon 2?
G upon 2. Previously, I had already solved. With the first data, I knew
Why
that G
X
upon R is
निकालो?
equal to 2
अच्छा
by 1.
8 multiplied by
Excuse
2?
me. Hello. Who's this shouting? Vivek. Yeah. G by R is equal to 2 by 1. So when I cross multiply this, I get G is equal to 2R. From this, when I take 2 to the other side, I get R is equal to G by 2. So instead of R, I have substituted G by 2. Okay?
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Yeah. So dear children, yeah, we are out of time. So we will stop the solving over here. The remaining solving will be done in the next class. Thank you, dear children. See you next time. Till then, take care. Bye-bye.
Thank you, sir.